Hello guys, today I wanted to share just a few quick tips with you, just a little helper for people who are about to start a new animation. I wanted to show you guys a few little things that I did to help me before I've even put pen to paper and started animating or making the storyboards. I mean, the next step here in the process is making the storyboards, but what I wanted to show you before that is how I use grids to help my layouts. So here I have the animatic. Obviously it's completely blank so far because I haven't started yet. We have these three layers. So the first layer I have grids, rule of thirds grid, and what I've done is I've made the grid, I brought in the grids, just diagrammed, very easy to find, and I made it into a symbol and I reduced the opacity or the alpha channel just so it's not too bright and in your face. It's just nice and subtle, fades into the background, right? Then I went and did another layer with my other grid, which is this one. So this one's really nice, a really nice grid to use if you're wanting to get nice symmetrical compositions that feel very balanced. Again, very easy to find on the internet. You can also download them on my website if you can't find them for any reason. So this one I've also made it into a movie clip symbol and reduced the alpha a little bit. So now I can see both grids on top of each other, and it's really nice to start your storyboarding using these grids just so you're aware of the different ratios and things. Photographers always have these grids on when they're doing their photography, and also cinematographers when they're setting up their shots, they'll always be looking through these kind of grids, especially the thirds grid. The thirds grid is the most basic of all of them, and then just on top of that, just to top it off, I've got the Fibonacci spiral, which is also a nice mechanism for just finding those compositions that work really well they're for more special shots, which are spiral compositions. Work really nicely though. So this one I probably won't be using 100% of the time. Maybe I'll just turn it on whenever I feel it's necessary. So all I have to do is just hide whichever layers I don't want to see and unhide which layers I do want to see. You see, and they're available for me at all times. I'm working on a 16:9 ratio, 1280x720, and so yeah, they're all ready for if I need them and when I need them. I'll generally work with the thirds grid on a lot, and then I'll just bring these ones in when I feel it's appropriate. And then I've got my blank layer here ready to draw on, so I'll just F5 that, and then here I draw out my blank keyframes and then start drawing on each of these, and that will be the beginnings of my storyboarding stage. Now, one other thing that I wanted to show, you might have noticed I've got this map tab open. I just went ahead and did this very quickly in a couple of minutes. I made a little map of the location of this fight scene to take place, this action scene. And this is a great way just so that you know what you're dealing with when you're coming into this, so you know where everything's laid out. So this is like the general area where they're going to be. There will be a small chase where she will lead them down this path, off this cliff. They'll jump off this cliff, land here in the clearing, and proceed to start fighting here with a few different objects here. And we've also got a spy who is located here, so I've marked him out on the diagram where he is, just very simple color coding as well. And then we've got the paths, so the paths are marked in blue. We have 3 different escape routes there, and we've got it surrounded by forest, and this is just the ground, or maybe I think there will be grass here, and the brown here is for the steep areas. So very simple diagram, but now I have this in my head and I can imagine it in 3D space. I'm aware of where everything is, and I've actually exported this. I've saved this as an image, and I can have this open on my second monitor whenever I want to see what's happening. Now I've done a little arrow here to just show the initial chase and the direction it's going to be going in. Now, one other thing I could do as extra is I can mark out the 180-degree rule on this map. So this map is a direct bird's eye view, so it's like looking down as if you're in a helicopter or something, right? Or if you're a bird. I can make another layer above this, and I can mark out where my 180-degree line is. For those of you who don't know what the 180-degree rule is, it's a line in filmmaking that you'll use as a filmmaker which you do not cross. So I think I would either have it there, or if I want it going from left to right instead of right to left, I can have it here. And so then I can film all this action very easily. It will be going across the screen in right to left, and then here, and I can face here, right? So I can face this direction. Let me get a different, I can face this way, I can face this way, I can face this way. I can capture all the angles of the action here. I cannot capture angles from here though, because that would be going back on the line. I guess an easy way of thinking of it is, imagine your camera is shooting off into the distance, right? Like a gamma ray, okay? If that gamma ray were to hit the line, you can't do that, right? But you can go so close that it's almost parallel here, and that won't be crossing the line, the 180-degree line. I think that's how I would explain it, at least. That's how I think of it a lot of the time. So yeah, and we can go from here. We can even go, we can bring that line up to this way and just go here, whatever, because look, if you extend the line out infinitely, right, that would be. I think planned scenes just go down better because you can, they just do. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful. This is just what I do at the start of doing the storyboard stage of the animation. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I bring out new videos every Friday. Please leave a comment down below on what videos you'd like to see me make next. Please visit my website. I have lots of in-depth tutorials which you can watch, some of which aren't on this channel, so you can only see them on my website. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. I'll see you in the next video. I have a new exclusive in-depth tutorial I just finished editing. It's about animating complex kinetic movement in the human body, and as an example I'm using this 360 skateboarding scene. I'm making it freely accessible to my mailing list subscribers for a limited time. It's over half an hour in length and it goes into a lot of depth about how I created this scene. It has live commentary as well, so you can hear my exact thought process and the techniques that I use as I do them. For those of you who really want to sink your teeth into learning these techniques, I recommend that you head over to animatorguild.com and sign up for an account so that you can watch it.